Well, you've simply outdone yourself. They're talking all over the city about how someone finally went through Dusttown and slaughtered the Carta like genlocks. It's a little late to trouble yourself now. You have done the city a great service. I promise as soon as I take the throne, I will send the troops you need. I was hoping you'd say that. Killing Jarvia brought me greater favor. But to truly displace Harrowmont, we'll need something dramatic enough to end the debate forever. What do you know of the Paragon Branka? Two years ago, she heard of something the Ancients created. It inspired her to leave everything behind and venture into the deep roads. She is the only Paragon in 4 generations, and she turned her back on her responsibilities. A Paragon is like an ancestor born in this time. If she returned, her vote would outweigh the entire assembly. Anyone with her support could take the throne unchallenged. I hope you will bring her back to endorse me as king. She had an entire house with her, dedicated to her protection. With the number of ruins still intact, they could last for a long time. And Harrowmont is looking as well. It's too risky to assume she's dead only to have him take credit for finding her. I was hoping you could use your legendary charm to persuade her that the rightful king should take the throne. However, if the deep roads have addled her wits, it might be best she not return before the kingship is decided. I would never say that. She is a Paragon. It is my duty to protect her. On the other hand, we must respect her decisions. Should she prefer to stay in the deep roads rather than help her rightful king take the throne, we must assist her. By any means necessary. I did not know her personally. 2 years ago, I was still considered a child, not one to consort with Orzammar's finest. From what I hear, her intellect was unrivaled, but the social graces were beneath the notice of one so gifted. You must enter the deep roads through the mines. To protect the city, that's the only path we leave open. Caridin's Cross lies many miles deep into the tunnels. It was once a main thoroughfare, but before Branka, no one had stepped foot there in generations. You have my thanks. Seek her in Caridin's Cross. I will try to delay the vote until you return.
News of the hour. Lord Balin, endorsed by the Grey Warden. Lord Balin is a bad man!
It will be done.
Why does the bard stare at me so?
I was thinking of writing a song about you. The statue with the heart of gold, or something like that.
It thinks my heart is made of gold. It is stone as anything else. Cold stone.
I meant that you had a good heart. It seems to me that you do.
And they call this having a heart of gold. Why?
Because gold is precious and shiny and a good heart is just as valuable.
Shiny.
In a manner of speaking.
My heart does not qualify as shiny. I kill, frequently, and not without pleasure.
You have had a difficult life. Deep down at the center of your being, you are a good person. I believe that.
Even though I have never demonstrated this aspect? How peculiar.
You aren't all stone shell. There is a person inside of you.
If so, it is because I ate him. And me.
Balin. Stooges. Your sodding pretender will ruin us. For Harriman.
I still remember my first battle.
Right there.
Let us end this quickly.
Shall we compete?
Very well. You have forced my hand. I have beaten one. Yes.
I hear Jarvia will be troubling us no longer. I assume that's what you're here to tell me? As we suspected. But still somehow chilling. To call so coldly for his brother's death. Balin is a monster. I'm glad you will help us make sure he does not rule. If you're ready, Lord Harriman will see you now. The honor is ours to have found such a staunch and upright ally. His lordship is looking forward to meeting you.
The word publicly is that you support my enemy. But Dulin promises you've sworn yourself to us. I am Lord Pyral Harriman, and I would hear this in your own words. Is it true? I would have preferred that you come to me before slandering me to some of the highest placed families in Orzammar. But with this evidence of Balin's depravity, we should be able to work out a mutual arrangement. If not trust. If you truly wish to take my side, I ask that you do one more thing for me. Do you know anything of the Paragon Branka? I wish I could say I'm surprised, but he's managed to stay one step ahead through this whole game, hasn't he? I assume he seeks the same thing I do. Branka's word is the one way to break the Assembly's deadlock. If you bring her back to endorse me for king, then I could finally take the throne. And get the troops you're so eager for. Her entire house went with her. It would take a lot to kill so many. If not, bringing proof of her death, or a body to return to the stone, would still show that as an ancestor, it was my hand she guided to her remains. It's hard to say what she would do. She wasn't exactly known for her predictability. She never seemed to like being a paragon. She was devoted to her craft, never cared for politics. But one of the most brilliant minds Orzammar has seen. Branka hated Darkspawn with a passion. She would certainly be a valuable voice to support your treaty. My men traced Branka's disappearance to an ancient crossroads known as Caridin's Cross. It is many miles below where we normally venture, but I can provide a map to lead you there. Just enter the deep roads through the mines. Thank you again, and may the ancestors guide your steps.
His lordship appreciates your support.
Very well.
Lord Harrowmont, furious at the Grey Warden's interference, claims no one can stop his plan to threat fortune. News of the hour. Lord Balin proven. There's dedication to Dwarven values questioned.
Yes.
So, you were serious before when you said you wanted to help Branka, huh? I'm Ogren. I don't know if you remember. People seem to forget me these days. Or ignore. I forget which. I'm still her husband. More than that, I'm the only one who cares about her as a person. Not some symbol to leave in the deep roads where she can't offend anyone. I know what Branka wanted, and how she was looking. You presumably know everything Balin scouts have discovered about where she disappeared. If we pool our knowledge, we stand a chance of finding Branka. Otherwise, good sodding luck. You should know that Branka was looking for the Anvil of the Void. The secret to building golems, which was lost centuries ago. The smith Caridin built it, and with it, Orzammar had 100 years of peace, while it was protected by the golems forged on the anvil. As far as anyone knows, the anvil was built in the old Orton Tig. Branka planned to start looking there, if she could ever find it. All she knew was that it was past Caridin's Cross. No one's seen that Tig for 500 years. Why do you sodding think? She left me. Ran off and took our entire sodding house on her mad quest for the anvil. It was a stupid move. If I'd been with her, she'd have made it back years ago. But I forgive her. If we're going, let's get moving. Branka's not gonna sodding find herself.
Pigeon crap.
Of all the...
Braska.
Yes, yes.